Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Batman vs. Predator set. It is by Neca, and it is their Sdcc exclusive set. There's nothing really in the back. And, whoa, a lot of glare. So, let me get the figures out of packaging. Alright, so here we have the Predator outside of packaging. You might notice why Batman's not here, because he is taking a refrigerator break. One of his arm, this arm, it's really it's got something that's stuck, so I'm gonna try to free it. So that's why it's in the refrigerator, trying to harden the plastic so it'll be easier to rotate the arm again, because right now if I try to rotate that arm, I think it's gonna rip that plastic peg right off. So that's why he's in the refrigerator. So in the meantime, I will take a look at Predator first. Now this is a hybrid of, it looks like the City Hunter. Yeah, it looks more like a City Hunter body with a couple of the other Predator's accessories. This one, I'm not sure who this piece belongs to. And we have the Jungle Predator's mask on here. So that's about that. I mean, you can see the disc right here, the disc holder, and the disc is right here, and the blade, and if I zoom in, you can tell they are kind of bent at a weird angle, and I might have to use hot water to straighten these blades back up. And okay, something else right here, the bomb, whatever this thing is whatever this thing's called. You see there's a huge gap here, right here, the flap that opens up. There's a huge gap here. It doesn't close properly. And overall, it's just an average Predator figure. Nothing special. Nothing we haven't seen before. The molding, I'm not sure. It looks kind of soft. It feels as if, or it might just be the paint that's applied to it. It makes it feel, the edges feels very soft. It looks like a mold that's been produced and reproduced quite a few times, or a mold out of a solid, an actual piece being remolded again. It feels like that, because you can see how these lines are really soft. But that could just be because of the paint. They might have applied a little too thick of a coat of paint on there. And here's the unmasked Predator. Let's get a look at that head sculpt. I mean, it looks really nice. You can see the eyes perfectly. Yeah, the unmasked head is really nice. I think they did a really good job with it. And this Predator also comes with this weapon. Now, I'm not familiar with this design at all. I'm not sure whether this is based off of comics or what, but it looks kind of strange, kind of weird. So here's the backpack. It looks like it's a backpack from the City Hunter. At least the cannon looks like it's from the City Hunter, from the second movie. So I want to imagine the rest of this backpack is also from the movie 2 version, the Predator. Then let's see, we have some hands, something like that. Yeah, nothing too special. And then as for Batman, the accessory comes with this face shield, which I'll put it on Batman once I finish freezing him up. And then also comes with the bat with some green on it. I guess he's been bashing the Predator with it for a little bit. And then katana. For some reason, Batman comes with a pistol. I guess when you're fighting a predator, you have to use some sort of weapon. Some sort of... it looks weird. There's no detail in this weapon at all. Just very strange looking weapon. Then it comes with the trigger hand. And I took the thigh pieces off, and that's what they look like. So I'll go back to the Predator. As far as articulation, it's same. I mean, if you own a Predator from Neca, one of these recent Predator from Neca, then you know exactly what to expect. As far as articulation, head is still very good, and then arm, shoulders, you all know. Then so chest articulation, so a little bit. Not bad. And then there's waist articulation, legs, knees, all that jazz. I mean, rotate his head well so you guys can see him. I mean, it's still pretty nice. Predator. The color scheme is kind of cool. It's got that gunmetal gray. Oh, and this is more of a olive green of some sort. It's kind of cool. Got that, yeah, it's kind of neat. And that this combination is kind of nice. I like that. This 3 combination is kind of nice. It's very earthy, earth tone. Alright, finally, after about 20 minutes or so in the freezer, got the joint working. It was this shoulder right here. I mean, this bicep section. If you feel like the figure has a bit of tension, when it comes to rotating, I highly suggest throwing it in the freezer, especially with NECA figures, because the peg system they use is not super hard. It's not hard plastic, so if you aren't careful and you're twisting this, you might end up breaking it. You might end up breaking that piece, and then the whole arm is gonna come off. So now, if it rotates perfectly, because it freed up that lubricant they use for the joints, and this one's fine. And yeah, so yeah, during that time, while Batman was in the freezer, I was able to film the Superman set, and Superman and Alien set, so be on the lookout for that. And let me focus in on Batman. So yeah, I don't know about this Batman. It's kind of weird looking. I mean, I know it's an armor, air quote, Batman. But it's not really that much armor going on. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I guess if you were to fight Predator, he might win with this, with all these armor pieces on. Let's put the thigh pieces back on. These are softer plastic. They're on like super hard, so this side stays on easily, but this side, when I first took it out of the box, it came right off, so it's kind of loose on this side. I guess if I held it together with something for a while, it'll just form a shape, so it will clamp onto the thigh a little bit better. Then as far as the articulation for this guy, it's not that great because of all the armor pieces. Even the chest armor piece, I'm not liking it that much, because right here it builds up a little too much, so his arm doesn't come down all the way. I mean, it's pretty good the way it is now, but it could have come down a little bit more. And then as for the I already tried the chest articulation. It's quite limited. It's just not a whole lot there. And then as for the head, I mean, can move up and down quite well actually. For ball jointed head, yeah, quite a bit actually, quite nice. And then as for the shoulders, there are basically ball hinge joints, and then bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, but it is hindered by the gauntlet. So you can see he could only do 90 degrees, and that's it, even though it has double joints. And then as for the legs, they're ball hinge joints. and the knees, double joints right there, and it could bend about that much. And the ankles on hinge joint, and there's toes articulation as well. Oh, and also the boots can rotate. I don't know why the Superman one doesn't move though. Maybe it's stuck, I'm not sure, but for me it's not working. And before I show you guys a detailed look, here's the cape. And just like the Superman, this is more of a t-shirt like material. Nothing fancy. It would have been nice if it was some sort of different type of material. But I mean, this is fine. I mean, it looks decent, and it fits with this figure, I guess. The color fits with this figure, so I'm okay with it. So let me show you a closer look at that head sculpt first before I cover him up. So here's Batman. I hope I haven't been calling him Superman, because I just finished reviewing Superman, so I might still have Superman in my mind. There's the belts, thigh armors, and the boots. And here's the backside of Batman. I like how the cape goes inside the collar piece, which is nice. It's very clean this way. And let me put the headpiece, the eye shield. So this is what it looks like with that piece on. Throw this up a little bit so you guys see it. Kind of cool. I mean, I dig it. This look is kind of nice. I mean, it's very Judge Dredd looking Batman. But yeah, something different, something unique looking about this Batman. I like the head sculpt. Alright, so I was able to remove the hand. It's almost impossible to remove without using hairdryer, but when you use a hairdryer, the peg was still stuck in here. The hand was actually completely off, and the peg system that attaches to this hand, thank God it didn't rip that piece off, so I was able to use a plier to pull this piece off, and then now I'm able to push this hand in so he could hold his pistol here. So there it is. There's what Batman looks like with the pistol. Well, he's holding on to the pistol, trying to shoot someone, I guess. Shoot the Predator. So at the end of the day, is this set worth getting? The retail price is $50 for 2 figures, so that's an okay price. I could see that's worth it. If you really want this Batman, you might be willing to pay a little bit more, but I wouldn't go too high with it because I honestly have no idea where this design comes from, and it's not the best looking design for Batman, but it's kind of cool. The Predator is kind of cool, so I would say if you have to pay 60, 65 maybe, but anything more than that, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth that price point at that rate. Yeah, even though it's an Sdcc exclusive, I mean, it's not a movie Batman, so if it's a movie Batman, I would say, yeah, I gotta have it, like the Michael Keaton ones, and the Christian Bale one. Those I buy. I got a few of those, and I really like those. But this one, if I have to pay more than retail for this, I probably wouldn't. Retail price point, I probably will get it, but anything above retail, I wouldn't go for it. Maybe 60, 65. That's about it. And I got this through on the website before the Sdcc, so I was lucky, And yeah, so there you go. There's a Batman and Predator set from Neca. Thanks for watching.